Today will be the first in a series of videos that I'm putting together to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda series, which will culminate at the launch of Skyward Sword HD in July. As the title suggests, I will be showcasing graphical comparisons of the previous Legend of Zelda games that have been released with graphical enhancements, so re-releases will not be covered. Look forward to comparisons of Zelda games that have either 3D or HD in their title, with the exception of Link's Awakening here. This remaster is a complete upgrade from its release on the Game Boy, and the Switch version does a really good job of keeping the essence of the classic title. Leading up to Skyward Sword HD, I will take a look at each of these remastered games in order of the release of their original versions. Now that that's out of the way, be sure to like and subscribe with the notification bell on so you can be the first to see the latest in this series when I post them. Hint, they will be at 5 p.m. Eastern on Mondays leading up to the Skyward Sword HD release. And with that, let's get to it. I'm going to line all these videos up as close as I can. We're going to start with the intro for both games. Stormy Night at Sea. You'll remember that this was the initial teaser trailer for Link's Awakening on Switch. Note that the comparisons are between my cell phone recorded backlit Game Boy Advance SP and docked mode for the Switch capture. And then we get struck by lightning. We're on the beach here with Marin, just doing a little bit of a walk, assessing the damage. And seeing that something's out of place. Takes a little run and we find our hero. Shake him a little bit. And then pan up to the giant egg on the top of Mount Koholint. And the title screen. Okay, so after you start the game, this is something that's very familiar for those who have played. You go into Ulria's telephone booth and see what the differences look like between the two games here. And then take a little meander over on to see the Chain Chomp and little Chow Chow. Always wanting those accessories. Spoiler alert, she gets one. Now we're heading back to the beach. And then we get the owl show up. Talk to you for a little bit. And then you pick up your sword, and you know it's yours because your name's engraved on it. Here we're in the forest. Come across a little raccoon here. Starts laughing at you. It's kind of what they look like between the two games. And here we are coming to the witch's hut. Talk to her, you give her the toadstool. She brews you up some magic powder. Sprinkle it on the little torch there, and light up the place. Okay, now we're coming to the first dungeon. You've got your key in hand, put it in the keyhole, and you can just see on the Switch how much longer these cinematics last. Because I'm already in, and the door is now just opening. And then what do you see once you get into that door? Tail Cave. Here's a familiar enemy, a Goomba, hopping on his head. Now we're at the mid-stage boss, which doesn't really make much sense because it's pretty much right before the regular boss if you already have the boss key. There's a little bulbous guy here. Attack him a few times. A little bit more productive on the Switch version. And now here we are at the boss. and the cinematic for Moldorm, and I've already beaten him on the Game Boy side. So I'll kind of just wait to defeat him here, and then we'll continue. I'm going to take one more hit, and there it is. This was always one of my favorite parts of playing Link's Awakening in the past, is just listening to the sound of the instrument as you pick it up. So sync them back up, and then there we go. We've got the full moon cello. And we're going to listen to how it sounds. Alright, so that's going to be it for the first comparison here. Be sure to check out my other graphical comparisons leading up to Skyward Sword release in July. I'll see you in my next video.